What's up, guys? Welcome back to Card Salad. I am Justin. With me is Bill and Mitch, and we are reviewing spoiled cards from Flesh and Blood's upcoming set, Monarch.
Boiled. They've been left out too long.
Boiled or spoiled?
You said
Oh,
spoiled.
spoiled. Yeah, spoiled. Yeah, they're spoiled. They're spoiler cards. Keep the
That was
theme.
spoiled.
Only so love that.
It smells spoiled. So we are going to go over the cards, discuss them, try to figure out where they fit, give them, we'll each give them our own personal strength rating. A 10 is like auto-include in every deck that it can be in, kind of meta warping card. So, 9 would be like, you just put this in that archetype for sure. It's like the best option, and then, all downhill from there. And then we'll give it an art score. We'll give them all an art score at the end, and each one the card salad score will be the average of our three scores for the card. And if we are missing something, if you're like, hey, you obviously don't understand where this card goes, we're not professionals. We have very limited knowledge of like one class each. But we've got previous card experience, and we generally kind of understand the power level of these cards. But if you've got something to say, let us know in the comments below. Tell us how incredibly wrong we were about a card, or an entire like gimmick we missed, or archetype, or like you're like, that card's obviously busted and you guys didn't even see it at all. We gave it like a 2 and you're like, that's like a 10. That's like that's the craziest card I've ever seen in my entire life. Let us know. And if you like the video, give us a like and subscribe. And we're going to keep doing this until the entire set is released. And then from there, I don't know what we're going to do, because this is pretty fun. And I don't know what to do once this is over. But
we're going to play a lot. And we're probably going to have opening videos.
Oh, my God. We might play the game.
It's a game?
Yeah, surprisingly, yes.
I do have some gameplay videos from some recent skirmish events that I need to put up. But anyways, let's get started on the first card here. Dimensional Gateway. It is a Shadow Runeblade action, rare. It can block for 2. Costs 1. Opt 3. And then reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a Runeblade card, deal 1 arcane damage to each opposing hero. If it's a shadow card, you may banish it. Go again.
Good card.
It costs 1 is my problem.
Pay 1 to opt 3 is very good.
Yeah.
Isn't
plus it has a double upside.
What's that one card? It's from one of the first 2 sets. It's just like the red one is just opt 3 for 0, isn't it? It's
Fate Foreseen?
Yeah, Fate. No. That's a defense reaction. It's the one. You have the playmat of it.
Oh, Wisp was the Oracle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it right here. I got this playmat. Yeah. Whisper of the Oracle.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the red is just opt 3.
Opt 4.
Opt 4 for 0.
Yeah. Defense for 3 as well.
Yeah, so what am I doing with this? How important
is it? 3, dealing 1 damage, potentially banishing a card that you need in your banish zone.
Yeah.
And it has go again. Does that have go again?
Yes.
Yeah.
That card's broken.
I just don't like that this costs 1. But I mean, you're gonna banish your deck. You're gonna banish your deck anyway. I guess the 1 arcane damage could activate certain cards.
You're gonna banish your deck anyway. Another way to banish a card is another way to banish a card.
But I mean, your tokens, right? Your hero power.
And you may banish this one.
Right, but if you're not banishing it, then you're losing more value that the card would have supplied. I don't know. I fail to see the scope of Runeblade currently, so I'm not sure like how good dealing 1 arcane damage is.
I mean, plain and simple, printing opt 4 for 0 it's too strong. I mean, as it is. So something like this is probably how the future of opt is going to look.
I
now
don't
that they
think
figured out what goes
Whisper
on.
of the Oracle is played.
I haven't seen too many people playing it.
It will eventually see play. Can guarantee that. That's a strong effect. That is a very strong effect.
All right. You heard it here first.
You get to set up the next 4 cards of your deck potentially, or dig through 4 of them for free.
I don't know.
I come from a long-standing card game of Magic where Scry is a very strong mechanic.
Right,
it's the same exact thing as Opt.
But it's different in when you're usually locked to a 4-card hand and you spend a card to opt for and may not even do anything for you.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a little more active because it, like you said, you can banish a card and then you could play it from your banish zone. So it's a little more proactive. Go again, opt 3 and deal 1 arcane. Yeah, I mean it's doing a lot. It's just very little of a lot. I don't know. It's
exactly.
I'm like 6 or 7. I think. Damn it.
And if there is a yellow and a blue of it, the opt is probably the thing that changes.
Yeah, I think it's 2 and 1. I give it a 6.
Giving it a 7. I think potential, great potential. I agree with Bill on that. I just don't know where that potential lies.
7.
Yeah. 6.7.
0.7? Thought it was. Oh,
yeah,
no.
0.7 or 0.6. It's 0.67 technically.
Yeah. Rounding.
Blah, 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 blah. One of the cooler arts we've seen.
Yeah.
Invert Existence, a 1-cost majestic shadow runeblade instant, cannot defend, has no attack. You may play Invert Existence from your banish zone. Banish up to 2 cards from an opposing hero's graveyard. If an attack action card and a non-attack action card are banished this way, deal 2 arcane damage to that hero, and it has Blood Debt. So, interesting. Hard to.
This is very good against Ranger.
Banish the arrows that I want to put on top of my deck with that new card. Yeah.
Yep.
That would suck so much. Yeah. It seems, I mean, right now in the current meta, you're like, I'm like, what am I really doing with this? But with cards that are coming out in Monarch, there's a lot more interaction with your banish and your graveyard. So this could be used for a number of things. Obviously, you could go for the effect. You just choose an attack and a non-attack, and you deal 2 damage to them, which could also be targeting cards you want anyway. Like if you're targeting like the Shadow Brute, certain things they want. Like you could be hitting 6 attack cards in there. You could banish like a 6 attack card so they can't banish it with their effect. And also, if you want to deal 2 damage to them right there, just pick any non-attack action card. Although ideally, you'd probably just target 2 of their 6 attack cards to just make them even less consistent. You could also, against opposing shadow heroes, put extra Blood Debt cards in their banish zone that they weren't planning on putting there. So like, as more shadow heroes get printed and don't have the ability to shut off Blood Debt, you could be adding damage to their per turn Blood Debt, which is kind of cool. So then it's like, it's more than 2 damage. It's like you're gonna get 2 damage at the end of their next turn, and then the end of the next turn, and so this could add up over the game if you're targeting Blood Debt cards. It's I think this is a pretty good card, and like you said, target something like even in a vanilla class like Ranger. That new card is a really versatile tool and gonna improve my consistency. But if you're a savvy player playing Shadow Runeblade, and you have this in your deck and you know I want to pull, you're just like, I know what arrow would be the worst for him to put back on top of his deck, and that is now in the banish zone. get rid of sleep darts, or I guess against him, remorseless would be the one you're afraid of because he wants to take a lot of actions per turn, that kind of thing, or the one that stops you from doing multiple actions. So this is really strong, but in certain scenarios, it's not useful. Like, I don't know, warrior right now, you just do not. You're like, cool, you banished some of my graveyard cards, so I'm gonna give it an 8 because it's not useful everywhere, but it is very good.
Yeah, seems very situational. Definitely could make for some very big brain plays with it.
I like big brain cards.
But yeah, just I feel like sideboard card. I don't think you would automatically just put this in your deck. I feel like you would have this
Oh
in your
yeah,
sideboard.
I continuously forget about sideboard.
So
It's a great sideboard card.
probably a 6 for me.
Wow.
Just because, like, with how many heroes are out there that you'd be able to use this against, is probably less than a third that you would really want to use it. But against those heroes, it'd be pretty strong.
But even
This
if you
card
don't
will
use
get better over time.
yeah,
Yeah.
even if you don't use it against those heroes, though, you could still banish an attack and a non-attack and deal 2 to them. 2 arcane.
I think I give it a 7.
2 for 1. Eh. It also doesn't have go again. Can't
It's an
defend with it.
instant.
Oh yeah, it's an instant.
Oh, it is an instant. Oh, well, still
You could
going
do
with
it.
a 6.
You could do it on their turn. What if they're going to banish something and you go, I banish it first?
That's how priority works.
So if a brute roll, like, if a brute goes and like picks 2 random cards to banish from, or 3 random cards from the graveyard, can you instant right there and go, I banish those?
Yeah. Well,
I
you
don't
would
see
do
why
it
not.
before they pick the 2 random.
Okay, it's because they've chosen it at that point. You can't.
Yes.
Okay.
Unless it was to say banish a card, and they say I'm going to play this targeting, say Crush Contraband is a card that exists. I don't remember who it is. Targeting Crush Contraband. You would say, well, I play Invert Existence targeting Crush Contraband, so you would then banish it first. If Flesh and Blood works with the priority method, then they would not get the banish.
Okay. Yeah, I see that. I think Crush Cartilage is the card you're thinking of.
No,
Cavernous
that's not.
Contraband.
But I'm thinking of a Guardian card.
Yeah, the Crush Cartilage. It's the chick punching the guy in the throat.
It's a magic card.
Wait, there's a magic card called Crush Contraband?
Yeah.
You just destroy their contraband?
It destroys an
Oh.
artifact or an enchantment.
Oh.
Whoa!
Rise above. 2
The blood?
cost. Generic defense reaction.
Oh.
Rare. 4 defense. You may put a card from your hand on top of your deck rather than pay Rise Above's cost.
Huh.
I like that.
So I can't remember the things we came. Oh, I believe this also adds consistency to Ranger off the top of my head, because you can put an arrow on top of your deck and not have to pay for this and block 4,
Mm-hmm.
which means you don't need that other card and you don't need to pop your helmet. Like, you just know that there's an arrow there. So that's another way to get a specific arrow on top of your deck. Same with Rune Chant or Runeblade. If you wanted to run defense reactions, you could put cards you want to banish on top.
Kano's ability.
Kano. Oh, that's what we were talking about. Yeah, Kano
Yeah.
could have defense reactions like this,
Mhm.
and then you're guaranteeing the cards on top that you're going to want to play as an instant, which actually you could play this turn, like on your defense. You could,
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah, that enables some quick plays. But then you're down a card, right? So
Yeah.
you're down 2 cards. You you block with this, which is good. You put that on top, so you know you're gonna hit it, but you're still paying what, 3 for Kano?
Yeah.
And then you got to pay for that card, and then you only have 1 card left in hand. But you could have, I don't know. I mean, it certainly sets something up. it may not be a huge play, but you can set up guaranteed hits with Kano on something you would want to play. Maybe maybe draw cards or something. I don't know, this it sets stuff up, but it also makes for a smaller turn because you still have to pay. I don't know. It's very interesting. Generic for.
I don't think it's absolutely amazing.
No, I'm gonna give it a 7.
But it's got good potential. I think it's also a 7.
I think I give it a 5.
Ooh.
Fair enough.
My phone is taken up.
6.3.
Why a 5?
I don't see its potential outside of Kano, and I don't even know why it's good in Kano. I don't know him well enough. I actually don't think it's good for Ranger to reduce like that when you have now so many other options coming to do it without losing 2 cards out of your hand.
Well, but so the card would be the arrow that I was going to fire anyway, and Azalea is going to take it from the top of the deck and put it in my arsenal, and then I still have 2 cards to pay for it, and potentially like a go again or something like that. So I still think this in combination with that other card that pulls stuff from your graveyard makes it insanely consistent to put an arrow on top of your deck, and you usually get to choose. So like if I had 2 arrows in my hand and I'm blocking with this, I'm like, what's the better arrow here? And I put it on top and then block 4, and then I know I'm going to be able to dominate that arrow next turn. So I feel it's a good Ranger card. And Kano is going to use he draws the top card, and you banish it, and then you can play it that turn as an instant if it's a wizard card. Wizard non-attack, right?
Yeah.
I just don't.
Or no, it's just a non-attack action card.
Oh, any non-attack action card.
Yeah.
It's not reverberating strength to me.
Okay. Shadow Puppetry. 0 cost. Shadow action. Majestic. Can defend for 2. It is red pitch. The next attack action card you play this turn gains +1. Go again. And if this attack hits, look at the top card of your deck. You may banish it. Go again. This is really good.
Yeah, it's a good card. That's
Yeah.
again gives you the option to banish it, and it doesn't even have to be a shadow card for this one.
The craziest thing to me is it gives your next attack go again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 0 cost. And also +1 damage, which can be relevant.
It also has that versatility, like you can potentially banish a card that you want banished. Or if you're digging for a winning card, you can just banish the card to get rid of it even. So
right. Just dig a little
great.
further. Yeah.
Gives you go again, gives you +1 attack, blocks for 2, only costs nothing. Oh, it has to hit to get that top card, but still, +1 and go again is enough for that card.
+1 helps it do that, yeah.
Yeah, +1 and go again though. If it was just that,
I know. It'd be really good. And then if they let it hit,
that's an
yeah,
upside.
you get to dig 1.
I mean, it definitely does help with the Shadow Runeblade cards that will deal physical and arcane damage. You know, you got a little bit of both coming.
Yeah.
Ensuring a hit.
I am going to give it a 9. It is not meta defining, but it is like, I'm pretty sure you just auto include this in shadow decks that want, unless there's a shadow deck that's just, well, no, you could play this in Shadow Brute, right? And then your big attacks get even bigger and go again. Like yeah, this is man, does that need to be a 10? Thinking about
so. I think that kind of card is a 10 if it's generic.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'll give it a 9 as well.
Eat my words. I don't know what I gave a 10 yesterday. 9.
I don't know if you did give anything a 10 yesterday.
No, we gave a card a 10. I don't
Yeah.
know
I
about
thought
one
it
of
was
the
just for art.
one of the 2 videos we gave a card a 10. Oh, it was like 3 videos ago. It was the tear limb from limb. I think the brute card.
All right, Shadow Puppetry. Good card. Good card.
Yep, keep an eye out, guys. This thing is gonna mess your day up. I think it's crazy in brute. I think brute giving those big 6 attack, 12 attacks go again. I think that's huge. And this is also gonna be I'll mention it, but we're not gonna talk about them. The tokens have been revealed for those specialization cards. And I think this card is going to be pivotal to making those cards good. The token cards.
Yeah. Oh, we're talking about those tomorrow, though.
Yep, those are tomorrow.
Okay.
Soul Reaping.
Hey, more Galaxy Black.
6 cost.
Another one? Is this the 3rd one?
Chain specialization?
Yeah.
No, it's the 2nd one. Legendary. The first one is Eclipse. Legendary chain specialization. You may banish 1 or more cards. Oh, sorry. It's a 6 cost, 6 attack, 3 defense, shadow attack action. It's a rare. You may banish 1 or more card from your hand rather than pay Soul Reaping's resource cost. That means just banishing 1 card means this card is free. And I
potentially gives you another resource.
Yeah, and I assume that they did that because so you can't search it for or put it back on top of your deck with those other cards that were like pay 2 and pull a 2 or less. I assume that's why it costs 6 because it might as well cost 1.
-1.
Yeah, if you do so if you banish a card, you gain 1 resource for each card with blood debt banished this way. And while Soul Reaping is attacking a hero with 1 or more cards in their soul, it has go again. So you can banish your whole hand. Let's say you drew a card even and you had like a 5-card hand and you banished 4. And so you get, and they all had blood debt. You had 4 resources. This is coming in for free. And those 4 resources you can use on playing the cards you just banished, because a lot of them are going to be playable from the banish zone.
And Shadow Runeblade tends to have a lot of cards that either cost 0 or 1.
And I believe his hero power can give this go again naturally, right? It's your next Runeblade or Shadow action, right?
I think
So
so.
it still gives its use against non-soul bearing heroes.
Yeah. So yeah, this comes in for 6. You give it go again one way or another, and then you've got all those extra resources to play cards from your banish zone, which is
I like this card.
Yeah, it's there's a reason it's a legendary specialization. You can only have 1. It's
Yep.
I think it's an auto ad for chain.
For chain, yeah.
Does that make it a 10?
No. This isn't gonna break the game.
No.
It requires other setup, I think.
Yeah.
I think a 10 needs to stand on its own.
Solid 9.
Yeah, 9. That's just a card solid 9er.
A 9er. Oh, my 9's touching Bill's.
What was I gonna?
So it connects yours.
Oh, I wanted to point out the that it being rare. Someone pointed out that kind of sucks that it's a rare, because you can only have 1 of these in your deck, and it's in the rare slot, so it's going to be somewhat frequently pulled. And once you have 1, you're like, that's all I need.
Card value's not going to be there.
Yeah. But Mitch suggested they could short print it, which is a possibility because they do select certain cards and short print them. So hopefully they do that. So you don't see this in every 3 packs and you're like, I can't do anything with this. And no one wants to buy it because they're everywhere and you only need 1.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate.
Same with one of the other. I think the Brute one also was a rare. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of one of cards in the rare slot so far. Talisman of Dowsing. It is a 0 cost yellow pitch. I believe there's only going to be one color. Yeah. It's a generic item. So we've had
Mm-hmm.
we have the Rusted
Rusted Relic.
Relic, which
Yeah.
it has one spell barrier or spell.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Keep forgetting what that's called.
Arcane Barrier.
Arcane Barrier. But that doesn't have go again, so it's terrible. And this is better because it has go again, but it's spell void, so it's destroyed once it blocks one. So I don't see any deck
Yeah.
that's gonna take a card slot to block one spell damage throughout.
If you don't get to 80, you might throw these in. A couple of these. If you're against if you're against Viscerai, you might be like, yeah, why not throw a couple that might save me a little here or there.
Yeah.
Draft.
I think this might be okay in draft.
Yeah.
Well, see,
Data Doll. This might be really good. Wait.
No, it has to be Mechanologist.
Data Doll has to be Mechanologist item. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Data Doll.
What's that, Bill?
I'm pushing it with having enough cards to go up against another Viscerai. Like, I got 60, but there's a loose 8 I could probably remove. And I might include this instead of some of them against Viscerai. But, I mean, it's not great by any means, but it has its very small niche.
Yeah, I just, like, if card draw was a thing in this game, I'd say, sure, it's, like, free blocking spells. But when you're drawing only 4 cards and this is one of them, you're like, wow, my turn sucks. It could, like, totally, you could go from a fantastic turn to a terrible turn because you drew, like, 3 combo pieces and this. You're like, it's just not doing anything. I think I never put this in a single one of my decks ever. Potentially a decent cube card if you're trying to balance things, or like a draft card, like Mitch said. But I honestly give this, I giving it a 1. This is a trash card in my opinion.
It does have go again.
Its 0 has go again and triggers Viscerai's ability, so it's quite a bit more usable in my opinion.
Triggers Viscerai's ability?
You have to play a non-attack action card before you play an action card, action card. It's not. I can't echo enough though. It's not great. 3.
If it was Bill said 3. If it was a blue, and you could defend with it for, like, I don't know, 2 or 3, instead of having to, play it to be able to block 1 arcane, then yeah, maybe it would be good.
You know, my preferred use for this is to pitch for 2 resources to block with Spell Barrier or Arcane Barrier.
Yeah.
That's my preferred use for this card.
I'll give it a 2.
I've never had to draw these numbers before. What was your score, Bill?
3.
3. Whoa.
Yeah, that's why I said 2.
What is that?
Someone's gonna comment like, some of these guys just scored just so it's an even number.
Oh wait, this is a 2, right? Yeah, it's a 2.
Yeah.
It's just a 2.
But it looks damn good with a mustache. Yeah, she
Ellie
agrees.
Oh, that's so funny.
Unhallowed Rites. A 1 cost, 4 damage, rare, blocks for 3. Shadow Runeblade attack action. I imagine the yellow and blue are 3 and 2 attack. If you have played a non-attack action card this turn, you may play Unhallowed Rites from your banish zone. Ooh, synergy! Play this and then play this from your banish zone. Whoa! You may put a non-attack action card with Blood Debt from your graveyard on the bottom of your deck. And it has Blood Debt. So 1 for 4. Plus, you can put more cards in your deck so you deck out slower.
Oh, it's an attack. I was like,
Okay.
that's not very good, but it's not bad.
It's a 1/4. It doesn't have go again.
In my brain, I was just seeing it as just that card without the attack, and I was like, that's a really bad card. But with
Don't we
4
have
attack, 3 defense.
Don't we have 0/4 that you can just play from your banish zone?
Yeah, but it doesn't put anything on the bottom of your deck. That could end up being really important.
It could be. 1/4. You're probably going to give this go again, either with your hero power or one of the other cards we've seen. It seems like good. It seems the 4 attack, despite being low for a lot of classes, or kind of like, it's actually not that low. I think I'm thinking of Brute too much with their massive numbers, or a
Mhm.
I
Guardian.
mean, Runeblade's putting out 6s a decent amount too.
But the chain seems like he wants to go wider, like more go again, play a lot of cards, attack with slightly lower numbers but more times. So I think this fits in his number range, and it does like increase your deck size, which you are burning very rapidly. But it has blood debt. I guess you could play it out of your banish zone. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, it's in his arsenal. I think it's a 7. It's not crazy. It's very mild, the effect, but it's like good. 1/4 is good. Plenty
I'll
of
go with
ways
the
to give
7
it
as
go
well.
again. Yeah.
I give it a 6. I think that the attack is very underwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
But 1/4 with 3 defense is good enough.
yeah, I think it's
You know.
I think the numbers are just good enough. It's like you lay out all your Shadow Runeblade cards and your Runeblade cards, and you kind of go, okay, what am I doing with chain? And I think this is just one of the cards you need to fill out your deck space. I think eventually this will be edged out by better Shadow cards, but I think for now this is kind of what's going to be in your deck.
Yeah.
Riftbind.
A lot of cards today. Feels like.
A lot of cards?
Feels like it.
I think there's 8. But we are only at like 30 minutes, so we're doing good. 1 cost, 3 damage, 3 defense, common. You may play Riftbind from your banish zone. If you do, it gains plus X attack, where X is the number of non-attack action cards you have played this turn. All right. All right. Where is it? It's a 10. It's a 10. It's a 10. So you can just play it from your banish zone. Very good.
That's a pretty good card.
Okay, so immediately this, you have to play a non-attack action card to play this from your banish zone, right?
Yeah.
This you do not, and it already. But if you've done the same thing, if you've played a non-attack action card, this is exactly the same. You just don't put a card back in your deck.
Let's look at this in an interesting scope. Just a Plunder Run Red. And this is a 7 for 1. Draw a card, basically.
Draw a card. Oh,
As
if
a
plunder.
plunder.
Oh, if it hits, right? Isn't this the
Like-
same? Isn't this the same though? But you put a card in your deck and draw a card.
But I mean, the other one gets better.
Right. All you got to do is play 1 extra non-attack action, and it's now more.
But I was saying
now
just
it's 8.
Plunder Run. It's
right. Yeah. Get out of here. Yeah. This is. It's good, and you can really pump that number up if you like have. Wait, you can even. Yeah, because you've got plenty of things you can play from the banish zone too, and your hand.
Get this big.
You could get this really big, and it only costs 1. I like this card a lot.
So big.
Shadow Runeblade. Okay, it's stuck to their class, but
Is it common? Thank goodness, because I'm gonna need these.
Yeah, this is a 9 for me.
I don't know. Yeah, I'll give it a 9.
I mean, if you think about Chain specialization card, it wants you to play six blood debt cards in one turn. So, and that doesn't even seem that crazy when you think about all of the ways you can give stuff go again and the cards you can play from the banish zone. Now, like, if you could, this could be on the same turn as you play that. This also has blood debt. This is one of those blood debt cards. You could play like 5 non-attack blood debt cards, and then this, and this is swinging for 8. If you did that, and then you're gonna go into your specialization card, I don't know. It seems really good.
Yeah. 9. I think I fully decided that I'm not going to update my Runeblade deck at all. I'm just going to wait.
Oh, I thought you just meant forever. Like you're just gonna play with that deck forever and see. Just like I'm gonna make it to nationals with just this budget deck.
Cost
Oh
me
my god,
almost nothing.
we did all the cards already.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was quick.
We're at the end.
All right, let's just ravel through, and I'm going to say 10 for every card. They're great today.
10 for everything? All right.
Artwork is getting, this is good. I give this one a 10.
Yeah, that's a 10. That's beautiful. Colors are exploding out of there. That sword in the background looks awesome. She is clearly like she's being grabbed by this bind. That's good.
You can see like runes or text like all over the darkness and her. And oh my god, I left burgers in the smoker.
That should be fine.
Yeah, it
It's
will
a
be
smoker,
fine.
not a...
Yeah. Anyways,
get him out.
You got a 10? No, it's
I'll
fine.
give it a 10.
You get a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's great.
Oh, it looks like I give it a 16 now.
This was one of the ones the artworks they teased early. Unhallowed Rites. I mean, yeah, there's plenty going on, lots of detail. It's spooky. Like, look at that. Yeah, I give it a 10.
Yeah, that's a good 10.
It's a 9 for me.
I legitimately like all of this art.
It looks a little washed out. I don't know. I feel like the colors could pop a little bit more. Might just be the image. Maybe the card itself will actually pop a little bit more. But
I mean, that rune circle is going to be a nice foil.
Oh yeah, that's probably what. Yeah, it'll be exactly the runes here that are lit up.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot this one was here.
It's a cool looking talisman.
It doesn't look
bad,
but
it's not. It's kind of weird in this. It's like a tiki thing in the middle of all of this. Like,
have we seen anything that thematically fits this in the set?
No, but in the lore there might be a region that fits this. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
it's
but this better not be the only card.
This is like a 7. It's like it's a cool tiki thing, but it's kind of out of place.
I think I'm on a 10 or 1 mood. You know,
this is a 1.
6.
The art doesn't draw me in.
Cool. That makes the math easy. Thanks. Soul Reaping. So this one's a little blurry, but I do give it a 10.
Maybe it's because it's a little blurry, but I cannot see Chain's face, thus making this a 10.
Automatic
right?
10.
If I could see define Chain's face right now, probably not a 10. His face is so ugly.
Oh.
But also, what is that dragon in the background?
Okay,
I'm a little bit of a sneak peek.
Sneak peek. This is the token you get from playing Eclipse.
Calm down.
Let me
like that.
All right. So tomorrow when we'll talk about it in depth and look at it. But the token that you summon from playing Eclipse is this guy, and it's like a minion. Like you summon an ally, and he's on your side of the board, and he's got his own stats, and this is what he looks like. So this is a fantastic card. He's got his like class, like specialty demon summon, and he's like the Galaxy Black Sword is doing its chain thing. It's got a big point here. He's like cutting through someone. His chain.
Chain.
Chain gang. It's a fantastic card. It's actiony. It's got this guy in it. It's great. Michelle?
I gave it a 10.
Oh, sorry.
Can I note that I have gone back and watched every one of these videos because I forget what I scored them?
I actually clicked on one of ours earlier, and I couldn't look away. I was like, this is pretty decent. Like, just like hearing us talk about the cards.
Okay, this one I had trouble earlier not talking about the art.
Can we zoom
It's
in on it a little
amazing.
bit?
This is incredible.
It's
I'm gl-
amazing.
I'm glad this is a Majestic, because that artwork belongs on a Majestic card.
Yeah. I'm
Just wanna
a
see it a
little
little
nervous
closer.
about what the foil's gonna look like.
Like, it could just be like the fires here.
Yeah, or on the opposite, all of it, which
I'm pretty sure it'll
But
be
it's-
this like yellow area.
it's gorgeous. That's
Oh,
a
look
10
at this
for days.
guy just getting wrecked over here.
Look at how far his butt's going.
What? Oh, I thought that was a chain going into his mouth. It's kind of hard
Pretty
to
sure
see on
he's
this
vomiting
screen over
blood.
here. Oh, is he? Okay, I thought that was a chain yanking him. Yeah, I'll give this a 10.
I guess. Yeah, look at this crazy demon. It looks like he's doing a play here. Like these guys, he's making these guys fight this demon, but they're all under his control. This guy's doesn't even have a weapon though. He's kind of just like, wow. Fantastic.
The art today is a cut above the rest. That card
What-
is good looking.
What is she rising above? There's like a
It's
dark
like-
energy.
It's like
field.
kind of like a hell kind of thing. It seems like
She's literally coming out of hell through
Raising
this.
through the demons. That's a gorgeous art.
It is.
I give it a 10.
Yeah, it's a 10 for me. I'm excited for this foil.
I'll give it a
Oh,
10 as
yeah.
well. I haven't looked to see if any of these are Carlos.
I've been
Been a
looking.
while.
Sod.
None yet.
Yeah, Sod Irfan.
Where are you, Carlos?
I did stop looking for the last couple cards though. So
Hey, we got Federico Musetti again. This is also, yeah, I mean, instantly a 10.
Redeeming
it's so,
yourself.
It's
That thing
so beautiful.
explodes with color. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that's
a 10.
gonna be
It's a shadow card, but it's so bright. Is he destroying some kind of light dragon thing? Like this is, look at this. This is definitely like a dragon.
It's something.
Oh, he has okay, I see it a little more now. He is literally inverting its existence. You could see like his torso here is disappearing. He's just like melting the guy. He's just erasing him from existence.
Good card. 10, 10, 10, 10.
I'll give it a 10.
10, 10, 220. 106. Oh, I forgot about this one too.
Yeah, this one's pretty
It's a
basic,
good looking
bitch.
card, but the other gateway was way better.
Yeah, it sure was.
Wait, what was the other one called?
Wait. Yeah, what? Wasn't it Dimensional Gateway? Portal?
Portal.
Was it Dimensional
Yeah,
Portal?
because it's portal time.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a portal. This one's just, is this even a gateway? It's just a giant.
This is how you get to the portal. You have to go through the
Which-
gateway to get to the portal.
I guess that is where you keep the
5.
dimensional. I'm kind of hovering around the same. Yeah, I think it's a 5. It's like really dull palette. It's fine. It's thematically on point, but it's kind of.
I dock points for stealing things, like jokingly. But that's just Lord of the Rings door right there.
Is it? I'll give it a 6.
Great.
5-point trees.
Yeah. Math. All right, and that is the last card. We like 40 minutes on that one. It was like 45 minutes.
We're getting
Nice.
better.
Yeah, very good. And we're ahead of schedule. I already put a video out today, so I can just take it easy and get this one prepared for tomorrow.
So we're behind on schedule technically.
Shh.
I cannot be in tomorrow's video, by the way,
Oh.
It's impossible.
unless we go very late.
Oh. What are you doing tomorrow?
Me and Jeremy are taking the children to OMSI.
OMSI, they still exist and they're open right now?
Yeah, you have to buy your ticket time frame for your group. in
Is the
advance.
whole are you the only group in the entire building?
I think so. Well,
That's
then
not
you
cool.
go to
That's
your
right.
exhibit. So we're doing a dinosaurs exhibit.
Oh, okay. You only get to go there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Nice.
Yeah.
How
okay,
late?
well,
My guess would be I won't be home until maybe 8ish, 9ish.
That's not
But
that.
then
That's not that late for us.
Well, gotta put her to sleep and clean up and make sure everything's good and
probably be up till 10 or 11.
eat.
Yeah, same.
I just know it's a Sunday, so for you guys, you gotta get up. So
Yeah,
I'm
but
usually up to past
Sundays.
midnight.
Yeah, Sundays I'm usually up pretty late. I hate
I mean,
going back
obviously
to
we
work.
played Twilight Imperium until past midnight. So
Yeah, and then I skipped work the next day.
all right.
Okay, cool. Well, enjoy all that extra chatter at the end of the video. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with more stuff. We have some cool stuff to look at. The tokens for the first 2 specialization cards have been revealed at this point, and a couple more interesting cards and some great artworks. Yeah, and I already begged for your likes and subscribes at the beginning, so I won't do it again. We're out. See ya.
Bye.